Greetings, my DigiPeeps. It's been a while and this dose of geek is a long time coming. There has been a lot of news coming out of the pop culture world, so if you are all ready, then let's get started with the first story. Let's start with some concept art. There has been some early drafts of Echo from the Hawkeye TV series released, and as you can see, they had the leather jacket inspired look for her from day one, which I think was a correct move. It added a pretty cool dimension to her character and the functionality she had for her lifestyle. Nunchucks, which I don't remember her seeing used, but it would have been cool nonetheless. She really held herself well in fights, and seeing her use weapons was amazing. Also, the tape around her arms and legs, which I really like in this artwork. However, one of the most noticeable changes they made with the final design, which I really wish they didn't after seeing these, is the symbol on her chest, which harkens back to a comic book style of costume. These small things would have been so great to see in the Hawkeye series. The MCU is so great at taking some of these costumes from famous heroes and villains and taking a new and modern spin on them that really work well. Hopefully, things like the tape around her arms and legs, as well as the symbol of triangles on her chest, will be something they add in her solo series, because I am really loving these small additions to Maya's look. Continuing on with some amazing looking concept art, we have the Green Goblin's glider from No Way Home. Josh Nizzi was the artist behind these designs and claimed that this design was the one he was most disappointed that Marvel Studios ultimately dropped. The idea was that Norman used parts from Stark Tech, like the drones from Far From Home, to upgrade his glider, and I think that would have been an incredible idea to play with. Electro had an arc reactor in the final fight. Why not have Norman utilise the same tech that just seemed so easy to steal for these supervillains? Plus, as you can clearly see, the noticeable and iconic Goblin helmet on the front of the glider. A choice that Josh felt made Norman seem all the more crazy, and if you ask me, that side of the Goblin still having a hold over Norman. I liked the overall look he had in the final film, but I did not like seeing the mask for a grand total of, it would have been 2 minutes before Norman destroyed it. Spider-Man was my first MCU movie, which means the Green Goblin was my first MCU villain, and that mask he had, for better or worse, will always be one of the first things I think of if anyone ever mentions the Green Goblin to me. Next up, The Boys Season 3 is right around the corner, and we have been treated to a red band trailer before the debut. Now, saving you some gore, I can just say that this trailer has some moments fans of this show will most likely have come to expect. There's a few scenes with Carl Urban's Billy Butcher, a few blink and you will miss it moments from newcomer Crimson Countess being played by Laurie Holden. However, one of the biggest talking points is that of Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy. Now, it has to be said, the Captain America comparisons are very clear. The headpiece could have at least tried to be a little different from the first Avenger. Again, a few blink and you will miss it fight scenes with the new character, and from what is displayed, he looks like a beast. The Boys Season 3 is set to debut on Amazon Prime on June 3rd. Moving on to some exciting news, Secret Invasion star Samuel L. Jackson has confirmed that the Black Panther star Martin Freeman is part of the upcoming series. Now, this is very exciting as the two famous characters have yet to meet, but it only makes sense. Nick Fury seems to be keeping his circle very small, especially when it comes to the human race. It would only be natural that the former S.H.I.E.L.D. director would put his trust in CIA agent Everett Ross, who made clear ties to the Black Panther and the people of Wakanda. A useful fact that Nick Fury will definitely have need for, possibly down the line, in this secret invasion. Another name confirmed by Mr. Jackson is that of Don Cheadle, aka War Machine. I am loving this role that Rhodey is taking as a seasoned war veteran who pops up in a few TV shows or a movie here and there to provide support or some words of wisdom. Or just roll up with a small one-man army of a suit and provide some backup in fights. I can't wait to see him in the Secret Invasion series. It seems to be adding a number of recognisable MCU stars, and if handled correctly, it is going to be one amazing piece of MCU history. The series is set to debut on Disney Plus in late 2022. And now, finally, some sad news. William Hurt, aka Thunderbolt Ross, has passed away from natural causes at the age of 71. William made his MCU debut in the Incredible Hulk film, starring Edward Norton as Bruce Banner, all the way back in 2008. After a recasting of Bruce Banner with star Mark Ruffalo, they kind of forgot about that movie up until the third Captain America film, Civil War. That's where Thunderbolt Ross made his return. He was less of a fighter and more of a diplomat, towing the line and basically being someone who could put all these heroes back in their place. He would return in future MCU films such as Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and finally the Black Widow movie from 2021. It is a real loss as the Oscar-winning actor died so young in my opinion. I had a great-grandmother who passed away in her late 80s. It is a real shame that we will never see his version of Thunderbolt Ross become Red Hulk, which was something I was looking forward to seeing ever since the character made his debut in the Incredible Hulk movie. I feel we would have most likely seen that if this rumoured World War Hulk movie is still in the cards. Plus, correct me if I am wrong, but I do not think we saw a single interaction between William's General Ross and Mark's Bruce Banner. Just another great MCU opportunity we missed out on. My condolences to the Hurt family, and rest in peace, William. Okay, so that is that. Some of the most noteworthy news stories coming out of the pop culture world. Please feel free to comment if you have any comments or opinions on the stories. Please feel free to add any more that you may think I have missed out on. I would love to hear from you all, my DigiPeeps, and as always, I will catch you all in the next one.